What's going on, guys? This is Rod checking in with you real quick. All right, you guys, so I'm going to show you exactly how to harvest your own kale, and I promise you, this is a very easy lesson I'm going to show you guys. Matter of fact, it's not really a lesson at all. So I'm going to tell you, kale. I love growing it in my garden around wintertime in Florida. Hey, man, they be off the chain right about now. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do, all right? So the first thing you're going to need, you're definitely going to need some pruners. You can use scissors or you can use your hands too if you want to. Now you're definitely going to need a basket because you need to put your kale somewhere, all right? So you want to go ahead and just look at your kale, look underneath the leaves, make sure there's no bugs or anything like that because we don't want no surprise, all right? All right, guys, so let's just get right into it. So like I said, you just need your pruners, and if you see any leaves like this one I'm about to pull out right now, if you see any leaves that looking yellow, maybe they torn up or they getting brown or something like that, go ahead and put that to the side. Save that for your compost bin or save that for your worm bin. Your worms can definitely eat that. Now, me personally, I'm a little picky. I like my greens nice and pretty. I don't want no weird looking stuff on my leaves, so that's why I'm always checking for bugs and things of that nature. So basically what I'm going for, I'm trimming the bottom leaves of my kale plant. The top leaves, I'm not touching at all. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that I'm only targeting the bottom leaves. Now, the reason why I do that is because I don't want to slow down the growth of my kale plant. Now, I know kale definitely likes sun too. They definitely likes to generate more leaves. So the more leaves you have, you know, it's going to generate more energy. So that way your kale plant can grow even more. But if you take all your leaves, it's just going to slow it down. That's just the way I feel. And I seen it, I experienced it. But in your own garden, you can do exactly what you want to do for your garden. So if you feel like you want to chop the top of your kale plants, hey, you're free to do that. But in my garden, hey, this is how I treat my babies, you know. So there's no shame in that, all right? So this is just some advice for people who not familiar with harvesting on kale, okay? So like I said, aim for the bottom, leave the top. So that way you can constantly grow kale as much as you want. And I'm basically taking a little bit from each plant because when you done, like this is a 8 foot, I think this is an 8 foot by 2 lane. When you get towards the end, you really gonna be having a lot of kale just, you know, stacking up, as you're gonna see in this next clip in a second. So I pretty much just, you know, got my basket, you know, got my kale going in there, and they looking pretty good, y'all. I'm gonna let you know, man, I love some kale. Now if you got kale, you offering some kale to me, I'ma love you because, man, you know, kale close to my heart. I definitely gotta have kale around. I love it in juices. I love sauteing them. Man, I love them just regardless. I can eat them raw if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Without no dressing. That's just how I vibe with kale. So one more thing I'm gonna mention. I know you guys probably see all this brown stuff around my kale plants. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, this is free mulch that I get locally, you guys. There's these wood chippers. It's actually a couple of companies that grind up wood chips. You know, it can be oak, it can be pine, you know, leaves and things of that nature. Guess what? They have to pay to dump this stuff. And you know what I do? I go ahead and catch them in traffic. If I see them on the road or something, I'll go ahead and redirect them to my garden. And I'll tell them, hey, man, come over here and dump for me. And, you know, I give them a little cash on the side just out of appreciation. But let me tell you, this stuff is way better than Home Depot. Not trying to throw shade, but I know what I got, all right? Now, 2 things. The reasons why I use this stuff is, number 1, it helps keep your kale plants clean, especially after it rains, y'all. You want to make sure your greens are clean. I don't play about my greens now. Now, number 2 is make sure that your soil stays moist, especially when it's a dry season. You want to make sure your kale stay moist. It's very important. Now, that's pretty much what I have right now. This is what my basket looks like after I went down the lane. I took a little bit from each plant. I didn't over harvest, and this is what the plants look like after I take from them. And as you can see, I didn't take too much, you know. Just like I said, I want to make sure it has enough energy to regenerate itself. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I thank you so much for go ahead and tune in to this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you vibe with this video. And please share it to somebody that you feel like might need this knowledge. You never know. All right, y'all. Peace out.